Well, thanks so much for tapping in, and I so wish you were here so that I didn't have to speak to you through a camera. But we're glad you're back for homecoming in this form, and look forward to having you back on campus in the real way sometime soon. Uh, well, 2020 has certainly been a wild ride for all of us, I know. It's been a cascade of crises, it seems, from COVID in the economy and the crises of social and racial injustice. But I hope that you and your families are doing well despite the challenges. I'm happy to report that Tulane Law School has been doing well despite the challenges of this crazy year. And in fact, in many ways, despite the challenges, maybe because of the challenges, I really have never been prouder to be a member of the Tulane Law family. I wasn't here during Katrina, and so I only know by many, many stories the kind of heroism, frankly, that many of you as students, alumni, staff, faculty did during that time to persevere and make things work for students and for continue the mission of the school. But I see that going on now here in the building. And for me, it's really inspiring and fills me with gratitude for the way our community has responded. I'll say first, addressing COVID, how well we've done in that. We're now on the downhill side, more than halfway through the semester for the fall, and we made a commitment with the university, of course, to on-ground, in-class instruction. And I really am thrilled with how well that has turned out. It's been a great success so far, and that success has come about entirely through the efforts of so many people to make it work. And so, of course, through extensive testing, through masks and social distancing and changes to the way the building is set up and the way we operate, it's hard to sort of process how much we have changed to make it work, and yet it has worked. And so just this morning I was teaching torts in the classroom with my mask, and everyone masked and socially distant. And I have to say, despite the awkwardness of the times, it really, after the first 15 minutes, it has not seemed awkward again. And the joy of the classroom is really meaningful. The opportunity to interact with students and challenge them and be challenged back is the same. And in some ways, of course, we all savor it all the more because of the challenges. So I'm happy to say that we're holding firm, remaining vigilant, of course, to make sure that it continues to go well. But it is a huge credit to the students and our staff and faculty and the way they've rallied to the occasion. I'm also really proud of the way our community has rallied to the challenges of the past year that have been made evident in terms of economic need of so many people and the need for social and racial justice that has been highlighted by the tragic events of the past summer. Our community has been responding to those needs and that call for action in several important ways. One is that we're undergoing a major expansion of our clinical program, always a huge point of pride for Tulane, a law school, of course. And this fall, we've expanded our clinical program by adding 3 new clinical programs, a new First Amendment clinic, a new immigration rights clinic, and a women's prison project that's a really unique creative collaboration of our domestic violence and criminal justice clinics focused on representing women who are incarcerated for reasons tracing back to their own victimization through domestic violence, often in the course of defending themselves against being attacked by abusive partners. And those 3 new clinics have brought 5 new faculty members to our ranks that we're thrilled, incredibly talented, new, energetic faculty members. And those clinics, along with our existing clinics, are already making a difference on the ground even just these 6 or 7 weeks into the fall semester. Our brand new First Amendment clinic has already had its first court win, winning the dismissal of criminal charges against peaceful protesters in a Black Lives Matter protest over the summer. And our Women's Prison Project has already won the release of a woman who had been incarcerated for more than 20 years for having defended herself in a moment of horrific violence by an abusive partner. A case for which she should never have been convicted, of course, but winning her release is an enormous victory. So through our faculty, our students, and staff having a difference for those in the community and learning skills as lawyers through the clinics has been one dimension. Another, of course, is that in response to the call for reckoning with our nation's history of racial injustice, we're also seizing this moment to reckon with our own as an institution. And so we've already for several years now been seeking to recapture Tulane Law School's leadership position nationally in advancing diversity in the legal profession. As you may know, coming from a starting point as an institution that was racially exclusionary, Tulane achieved a great pride in the 1990s by being the law school with the highest representation of African American students of any law school in the country that is not a historically black institution. So we had already committed to recapturing that leadership position in advancing diversity in our own community and in the legal profession. Since this summer, though, we have doubled down on that commitment and expanded the scope of our ambition to really think comprehensively about the way we're educating students and ourselves to ensure that we're really preparing students as effectively and creatively as possible to be leaders in their own communities after graduation, in representing clients and in the fight for justice and equality across the nation. And that is an ongoing process and will require the support of our faculty who are fully on board, our staff, our alumni, and ideas in partnership to rethink this model to really make a difference and to be a leader in society. But I thank you for all your support, your engagement, for being a part of this, and I'm eager to continue to partner with you and welcome you back to campus when the present clouds of the pandemic clear sometime soon. I know we all hope. So thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Roll wave.